Hello, and welcome to Our Kids, brought to you by the Jefferson County Public Schools. I'm Pleasant Ridge Park High School correspondent Jake Humphrey. This July, we take a look back at some of the best stories of the 2017-2018 school year. Let's start by checking out the first day of school.
Good morning, everybody.
Hi there, how are you?
Come on in.
Good.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it. We're at Central High School.
Hey, Shalia, how was your summer? It was really nice.
First day of school, we're excited about the energy that's in the building.
We're standing in a Montessori classroom. We are the first public high school in Kentucky to offer Montessori education. So that's what's new here. We're very excited about that. We go into education to see kids, to interact with kids, and to know that those buses are rolling right now.
I go to school at Central High School, and I am in the pre-med magnet. I'm really excited. This is my last year, so I'm really excited to come back and be able to learn new things. I teach in the pre-med magnet here at Central High School. It's very important because we introduce the kids to healthcare. We show them the endless possibilities and how far they can go in healthcare. I've been preparing all summer, getting everything ready, just perfect for the first day and for this year to flow smoothly.
I didn't leave here until 11:30 last night because I had teachers putting the final bows on their rooms to prepare for all of our students, not just the Montessori students, but every kid here at Central, to make sure that they receive a top-notch education. Message
To students is to have a great 17-18. Get involved in school. School belonging is so important. Getting into a pathway, a program at their school, extracurricular is going to be so important for their success this year.
I really want every kid to have at least one really good experience with real, authentic learning, real, what we call deeper learning.
Good morning, Highland Middle School. Welcome to the 2017-2018 school year.
This is day one of the 2017-2018 school year, and we're really excited here at Highland Middle School.
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
It's neat to see the excitement and fear and excitement and happiness and anxiety all mixed in their eyes, but it's been great when they come in. They know where they're going. They have teachers who are coming in to support them. They're receiving a lot of welcoming from the adults as they're moving through the building, and we have them in first period class right now, so this is the first hour of their first day in middle school. How exciting is that?
I am a fourth grader. My favorite thing is going to PE. Going to art. I go to Wilder Elementary, and I'll be in second grade. I'm a first grader in Wilder Elementary.
All right, let me help you, okay?
I always compare the first day of school to like being 5 years old and waiting for Santa to come on Christmas Eve. I mean, it's super exciting.
Your body's gonna be in my class, and Xavier's gonna be in your class. So friends are gonna be with different friends.
I think our students are so wonderful, and I think that they really have every opportunity this year to really improve in their academic and also in just as a person. So I think JCPS really works on both things.
Good morning. It's going to be a great year. You ready to have a good year? I'm Mr. Perkins, principal, and here at Wilder, we're ready to go. We're excited about the first day of school and look forward to an outstanding school year.
Very exciting.
Just getting the whole route back to routine and getting them back to bed, and yeah, that was the challenging part.
Next one is coming. Here she goes.
My daughter, she's in kindergarten, and I'm waiting on the bus so I can get her getting off the bus video.
I heard so many great stories about this school, and I'm honored to be here today. Hope you have a great 2017-18, and I know you will at this fantastic school. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
The solar eclipse of 2017 was used as a learning experience for many JCPS students. Cochran Elementary students incorporated science, math, and art lessons.
I do. It's like in a banana shape. It's right there. I see a moon right there. It's getting smaller. Solar eclipse 2017.
Eddie, what's different?
It looks like it's about to rain.
It looks like it's about to rain.
It looks like the sun's setting, but it's not.
It looks, yes, I love it.
This is Cochran Elementary. We're in Old Louisville, and we are celebrating our solar eclipse of 2017.
We are enjoying the start of the, what is it, Lamont?
Solar eclipse.
The solar eclipse, absolutely.
The moon comes in front of the sun, and then it blocks the Earth's, the sun's path, and it makes the solar eclipse.
We started this process and planning back in the spring.
Remember, we did our experiment in the class. How?
It hits pretty much every subject, so it's kind of like a teacher's dream.
Is the size of the sun different today?
So right now it actually looks like an orange moon, like those moons you see on TV.
But it's going to be right in the middle, 96% of the sun. No, it's just not going outside to watch the eclipse. There are lots of lessons that are connected to what we're doing today. For example, in 4th grade, they created journals in art class, and the children, as they go out to see the eclipse 4 or 5 times throughout the afternoon, they're journaling and drawing what they're seeing. So they're going to be able to keep this journal forever.
Sun is 100 times, 400 times bigger than the moon.
Well, we're doing the 360 recording because when it's all done, we're going to input it onto the computer, and then we're going to use an Oculus Rift. It's a virtual reality headset, and we're going to actually recreate the eclipse.
This is amazing. It looks like you have a big bite in it.
It's so exciting. You know, it's just a phenomenon, and it's so nice to see children getting this experience. And it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
That is awesome!
Correspondents Peyton Pruitt and Haley Davis give us an inside look at the culinary arts program at Western High School.
Students at Western High School are cooking up their grades in their culinary class. The new culinary class at Western provides hands-on training and techniques to learn about state-of-the-art industry authentic cooking. Western students have chosen their career pathway in culinary program, learning how to properly cook and handle themselves in the kitchen. They learn the lessons from professional chef and teacher John Vernack.
The culinary program is great for the students because it gives them real-life opportunities that they otherwise can't get in other places. We try to train them to prepare them in restaurants. If they want to go off to culinary school, we give them the tools to be able to do that. And it's just overall, if they want to cook, because everybody's got to eat, so we're giving them that opportunity to learn the basics of cooking.
Students learn how to use measurement cups, whisk, and other materials to put to work in the kitchen. Recently, students learned how to properly make scones from scratch. The students had the opportunity to learn how to make homemade foods that you can cook at home. A junior, Elijah Sims, shares his thoughts about the class and the things he has learned to make.
We make Italian, breads, desserts, and that's about all this year.
The Western Warriors are really stepping up their cooking game. They're rising just like those scones. For our kids, we're Fern Creek correspondent Peyton and Haley.
Class Act Federal Credit Union has opened shop at Shelby Traditional Academy. Students are getting real-world lessons in finances.
Official opening of the Shelby Academy Credit Union.
You are at Shelby Traditional Academy. We are an elementary school in Jefferson County Public Schools, and we are excited to invite you to our grand opening of our student credit union in partnership with Class Act Federal Credit Union.
Have a nice day.
It's a School is Your Job initiative is what we're calling it. So students every 2 weeks earn a paycheck based on their behavior, their attendance, their efforts. And then they, Class Act agreed to set up actual accounts for the kids, just like those of us who belong to Class Act. And so every 2 weeks they go in and they deposit their checks.
Well, financial literacy means where like the understanding and what money means, how to spend it and stuff, and the understanding of it.
And what a great opportunity this is for students to learn so many concepts that we would call deeper learning.
Kids will learn how to manage their money, make choices. They'll have things they can purchase as well as rent for their classroom.
Having this opportunity to show these children real life experiences, I hope that they're employed at Class Act when they become of working age.
My name is Eric, and my job is to tell people, deposit the money. I work at Class Act Federal Credit Union.
Our students have been trained as tellers, so different class representatives are tellers, and they actually know how to use the machines.
We take turns doing each job. Sometimes I write down cards, and and like I write down cards for other people.
It's like the credit union where we make accounts or we deposit money and put them into other people's accounts. So then like when they open up the store, they're going to be able to buy stuff.
Kind of saving your money is kind of hard to some people because you really want something, but you need to save it. So, and then you could get more money next time, and you could probably want to save that too, and it's really hard.
It comes down to a really fun, engaging way for students to learn about math, but also how to manage their money and how to be productive citizens as they grow up.
Thank you, Class Act.
We have more great stories about JCPS students. Stay tuned.
We get, on a weekly basis, we have deliveries from Courtney Farms. We get watermelons, we get different peppers. She delivers broccoli each week, and we have Leeds Gardens. He delivers peppers, corn on the cob, banana squash puree, and then we have Mr. Ayers, who's Ayers Orchards. He delivers different varieties of apples. So we get red and yellow watermelons from Courtney Farms and Jones Brothers weekly. On the apples, we probably do 125 cases a week. The watermelons, we've been running around right about 400 cases a week. We get squash and zucchini, and then blueberries, we ended up getting 300, which those all went straight to our schools. So it does make a difference in the numbers. I think it cuts down on produce from out of the state of Kentucky, and it's bringing our numbers up where it's local, Kentucky proud. Usually the yellow ones come in 2 to a case, the red ones are usually 4 to a case.
Welcome back to Our Kids. I'm PRP correspondent Jake Humphrey. This month, we are checking out some of the highlights of the past school year. Enjoy.
The Adventures in Water Festival gave students a chance to get hands-on lessons about the Ohio River and how the water gets to our taps and beyond.
When the pipes are in front of your yard, how we get it into your home. We knew it was going to do that. Every year the kids really tend to like that little explosion of water that comes out.
We are at Louisville Water Tower Park here at the Water Tower, and we have lots of students out here with us today. We have 4 Jefferson County Public Schools this afternoon, but over the course of our 3-day water festival, which is where we are, we'll probably see about 1,600 students.
I think it's pretty cool.
It's just like the small ones, then all of a sudden,
So
oh my gosh, you just stared right at me.
Those look like ocean fish to me.
That
with
one looks
shiny.
That one looks like a snake.
The one that's laying down?
Yeah.
And how like they live in the Ohio River and how they can't really catch big fish because in that tank, it will be like really small for them to move.
Right now, we're looking at a bunch of cool fish that they got in the Ohio River over there.
You never know what we're going to collect because every single time that we work an event, we collect the fish right before the event.
What's another example? Rain, very nice. How about another way that precipitation comes down? Hail.
They are coming out to learn about water and how it's used in lots of different ways. So this whole festival really focuses on all the great ways that you use water every day.
You need water to survive, to drink.
Because then we can learn more about water and how to not to litter.
And it's super, super tall. Remember, 169 feet tall.
The Louisville Water Company's dedication to trying to extend that learning experience, give them that real world sort of something they can get their hands on to see all the great ways that their school connects to the community.
That's called podcast.
Really learning about how science comes to life. They're in the classroom learning science and social studies and practical living, but sometimes they don't see that connection to their community. And I think this is a great way for them to just, again, bring that to life.
All the way from the river to your tap at the home. So it's definitely an opportunity for them to see, even for a future career path, for them to know what we do.
Students at the Benet School have been reading the book Nim's Island, and they hosted an exhibition to show examples of deeper learning.
You can guess. Take your time and look at to see what she eats for breakfast.
Crackers? No crackers.
No crackers.
How about gummy bears?
Nope.
You're at the Alfred Benet School, and we are a special needs school here in Jefferson County, and we are having a project-based learning expo day.
It's about Nim on the island surrounded by water.
Nims Island. It's about a girl who lives on the island with her father, and they go out and she goes and hunts for food and stuff, coconuts and all that.
We have been reading the book Nims Island by Wendy Orr, and they are up to chapter 6 in the book. It'll go all year long, and they have done projects to understand the book better and understand what the author's talking about.
It does have spikes on it.
It does?
Yep.
Oh, you got it!
Can I do it?
Yep. They have had a blast. They know how to crack a coconut now. They have made the landforms of the island, so they've actually made the landforms and know exactly where everything's located on the island. They have planted plants and can tell you why the plants will grow or not grow on the island. They have created a flotation device that was mentioned in the story with different materials.
A raft made out of sticks.
Our favorite is plankton. In the book, one of the characters studies plankton, and we have studied plankton in Kentucky.
New water, sunlight, air.
I like this one.
It really gives a more complex look at the story, and so it's not just that there was a character that studied plankton and I kind of know what that means. Now I know exactly what plankton is. All the things that are mentioned in the story are real items. They're not just on a page in a book.
So with the sun shining down, it has to be sunny outside.
I want them to go home today excited about literature, excited about books, excited about learning, and understand that they can do everything anybody else can do, and because of their challenges, that does not limit them in any way.
More than 500 JCPS students competed in the STLP Regional Showcase. The program asked students to create a technology-based solution to a need in their communities.
Orange, blue, and push the green button. It's called the Cheddar Chase. I came up with the name, and it's kind of like an operation to help teach other kids how to code.
We are at the University of Louisville Student Activity Center. This is the STLP Regional Showcase. Over 500 kids from JCPS, kindergarten through 12th grade, representing 43 schools. It's just about project-based learning, technology, being a leader in your school.
It's telling us how you can help strays or just save them, and you can just help them with doing a lot of things. We are part of it because we wanted to make a difference in the world, and we wanted to work with technology.
This helps us in school because we got to do research, and we got to we learned how to use technology better because we made a website. So when you take one of our QR codes, they're going to be on each of the plaques, and QR codes and things like that. So you get to learn all this extra information that you would never know from knowing where's their origin or birthday or any other things like that.
We're really excited about the project-based learning and the deeper learning that they're exhibiting.
It'll help them do it easier than just getting something, shoving it in their face and saying, here, code this. And it's a lot easier when children do it, to explain it to children, because it's easier to relate to children when you're looking for explanation when you're a child.
It's all student motivated, so what they're doing is they're finding a problem or something that they're interested in, and they're going from the beginning to the end, coming up with the plan, how to implement it, planning the presentation. You have really techie things where kids are taking apart computer aquaponics, which I didn't even know what that is. A lot of things supporting the community, raising money, raising awareness. If you come here and you see the awesome things that are happening, you're going to come back year after year.
Fairdale Elementary and Fairdale High School collaborated on a deeper learning project where the older students interviewed the younger ones.
You're at Fairdale Elementary today, and we are doing student interviews. The students from Fairdale High School have come over, and they are interviewing over 100 Fairdale Elementary students.
What is something about school you would never want to change? Lunch.
About what they think about school, what they like about school, what they wish they could change about school.
So what else about your school though? Like think about like the structure of your school.
The students are having to think about the responses that they're giving. These are not rote responses. This is not, hey, what's your favorite color? This is, how do you feel about what's happening with you. What do you enjoy about the lessons that you're learning? What was the greatest lesson that you've had?
It's a good experience for me because I'm getting to work with students. I also teach here sometimes, so I get to know how they feel about school and incorporate that into how I teach them.
And they get 20 minutes. So the high school student goes to the classroom, they pick them up, you know, they get to know each other, they ask some things to make everybody nice and comfortable, and then they sit down and they have a conversation about the questions and about school and what they like and what they don't like.
How would you do it?
I want them to learn that helping those bonds to grow, not just for the school itself, but also for themselves. These are students who are going to become teachers, and this is an opportunity for them to get another layer of what that feels like, you know, not just, hey, let me help you with this math problem, but this is also, what do you think, and how can I be instrumental in helping you to think more?
What do you think is right?
All the data is going right into Google Forms and putting it in a spreadsheet for us.
In the afternoon, they do reading.
They can look at the data and say, okay, look at this, look at these trends, look at what our kids really like here.
So what has been something in math that you learned that was really fun?
These are high school students that are thinking about going into education, so what better way of having a systemic approach to deeper learning than getting them when they're just being prepared to be teachers.
This is where we grow our teachers, and Fairdale Elementary School has been instrumental in making sure that my students have a chance to grow.
Sounds like a good idea, right?
We have more great stories about JCPS students. Stay with us.
JCPS serves over 100,000 students, and with that, a lot of waste is generated.
We need to do our part to recycle because it conserves natural resources, helps the environment, and saves money.
When we recycle, we put less coal and gases into the power plant, which reduces the amount of toxins in the atmosphere.
We are JCPS, and we recycle. Yeah!
Welcome back to Our Kids. I'm PRP correspondent Jake Humphrey. Check out some of our favorite stories from the 2017-2018 school year.
Students at Hartstern Elementary produced the musical The Jungle Book. The show was produced thanks to a grant from Stage 1 Family Theater and Disney Musicals in Schools.
This is Hartstern Elementary, and we have collaborated with Disney and Stage 1. And we're so excited, and the kids are going to be putting on a play today.
It's called The Jungle Book.
Well, we all have to work together in order to have it run smooth. And if we don't work together, it kind of like falls apart.
I know there's been a lot of hard work because in the afternoons I'm in my office and I can smell the sweat.
Oh, look, Kira, I'm a big man now. I can take care of myself. Mowgli, and he lives in a jungle. Like he was an orphan, and the Bagheera got him, and now I live in the jungle. I need the bare necessities, Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life.
And he learns life lessons along the way about being grateful for what he has and why the jungle isn't safe for him anymore.
I'm the king of that jungle. That's some confounded.
Every teacher in the building has tackled lesson plans involved in deeper learning. We talk about backpacks and things that we want our kids and skills we want them to have beyond school.
I was scared at first, but then after practicing a while, I got like confident that I'm like, and I was surprised when I got this part.
A lot of hands-on learning, a lot of learning attached to morals and lessons and things that we would actually put in that backpack.
The lesson of the show is be grateful for what you have and listen, always listen.
Students from Valley, Western, and Iroquois high schools toured the Louisville Home Show as a chance to make professional contacts. They also showed off some of the structures that they have created in class.
As you can see, it's just a lot of wood and everything from keeping it together.
We're at the Home Garden and Remodeling Show here in Louisville, Kentucky, and we're excited. We have Iroquois, Western, and Valley, about 180 students who made some chicken coops and dog houses and sheds to sell from their construction pathways in their high schools, and they're here to network with employers.
We actually got business cards right here. So far I'm interested in joining in the HVAC program, and that'll be next year as well because we're just starting the academies then. And so pretty much I'm also interested in doing the co-op there, and so far that we've seen today is HVAC companies, and so far I've been interested in two of them.
We are in short supply of workers, and we're hoping that the students that are in the academies program will understand that the skills they're learning translates into real jobs.
It's a long process, but at the end it pays off because it's not like something you're just doing in class or like book writing or whatever. It's like hands-on real life experience.
Kids need to see that there's lots of industries and skilled trades, not just construction, plumbing and welding and carpentry and HVAC and landscaping, and lots of industry that has real high-paying jobs for them.
I think it's important that the students can see that the work and the skills that they are doing can translate into real jobs, because they can look around and see a pavilion built by a professional company and think, gee, I just kind of did that on a smaller scale with these beautiful buildings behind me.
Well, I'm very proud because this is my second year coming here, and every year like we got to sell our stuff, so it makes you feel good that things you're doing as a teenager actually get sold.
So as a student myself, it's good to see where I'm starting off at 17 in high school that I can build up to, and like a couple years from now maybe y'all maybe see me out here with my own company or something like that.
Correspondent Lillian Farmer introduces us to a flock of chicks at Fern Creek Elementary.
Students kindergarten through 5th grade in Mr. Junk's class at Fern Creek Elementary worked with chicks and ducks. The animals were hatched out of an incubator at Fern Creek High School, and the students were able to watch and learn from them hatching. The students learned about how the ducks eat, swim, and interact with people and other ducks. Mr. Junk not only uses the animals as a grade and a learning experience, but he also uses them as a way for students to have fun and enjoy learning. Not only do the students get to have fun and learn about animals, but they also learn social skills when they work together.
STEAM is science, technology, engineering, art, and math, and we do a lot of hands-on stuff in the classroom. Right now, we've just had some chicks and some baby ducks hatch. We're doing a lot of nature stuff, and we're looking forward to spring, to getting outdoors. Just about everything we do in the lab is hands-on.
I am a 3rd grader, and Mr. Junk class is really fun to do. We do science, we make slime, and today when I went there, I was very surprised when I saw the chicks hatch. We're trying to build a chick and a duck house today, and I thought it was very cool. That's why Mr. Junk is very awesome.
We get to play with the chickens and the ducks. They look so cute.
And for our kids, I'm Fern Creek correspondent Lillian Farmer.
Thanks for watching our show. We hope you enjoyed it. You can find full episodes of Our Kids on the JCPS YouTube channel. Until next time, keep supporting our kids.